Hello there, epic travelers. What is up, B2? Checking in with a little super time travel for Epic RPG. That's right. So I'm at the point in here where I am at super time travel, meaning I have done 25 time travels. Shout out to Kitsune Master. I'm going to tell you right now, if you have a good farming partner, the game is a little bit more enjoyable. So if you can do the $5 a month and support the developers in the game, totally worth it to get the cooldowns. It's a 35% or 38%, I can't remember. But it does give you your hunts back earlier, and so you can be able to go in. I'm at the level where I can hunt hard, so earn 15,000 coins, 58k EXP. So what does it mean? If I type in Epic, if I type in time travel now, it's going to tell me that it's locked, right? Cannot be used at any time anymore. So you're going to look at the command RPG Super Time Travel, and it comes with a couple of things, right? So it's going to tell you that your time travel score right now, I'm 7.5 points away from being able to do this, but more importantly, I'm a little bit far off from the farming. As if you know me, you know that I absolutely hate farming. I hate farming materials. I hate going to A3 for fish and A5 for apples. Asian David, Kitsune, they both will tell you that's fact, 100% fact. Like, I'm terrible at it. So anyway, in the Epic Super Time Travel, if you come in here to the new window, and we're gonna do Epic RPG Super Time Travel, and then we're gonna take a look at the fandom pages, kind of where you can get most basic information about this. So if you need to learn about your regular time travels, you can also pop on here for that, right? So if I pop on here, it's gonna load up and show me that that it's here's the dungeons. If you're in time travel 0, you would go to dungeon 10. It's like kind of stuck, not loaded all the way. Please load. Oh, there we go. All right, so we're loaded. I don't know why there's so many ads on these pages. It just takes forever for me to load with my little country internet. So here we go. The ability to reset in levels. So if you're in Dungeon 10, then, man, it's like it's still waiting for stuff to load. Ridiculous. So what is that? Collapse that. So Dungeon 10 on Time Travel 0. Once you get to the first time travel, you now have to go to Dungeon 11. Then when you do 3 to 4, Dungeon 12. And then when you get to 25, you have to do Dungeon 15. They all get progressively weirder and harder to do the dungeons, but more importantly, the bonuses from the time travels are here. After you do the 1, you get 50% extra EXP, which means if it took you 2 weeks to time travel, now it should only take you 1 week to time travel. Now I'm simplifying that. Yes, you are going to have to go in and farm all the mats, which is hard, but you also get a 25% extra duel and a 25% extra chance for monster drops. Now you got to calculate that off the current calculation. So and I think this is the way it works. If you have a 4% chance and you get a 25% increase, now you have a 5% chance to get the drops, and then it keeps going and going and going. I don't know if it multiplies. All I know is that I farm a ton, and if you go back to see my inventory, you can see, like right here, all the farming of the mats and everything. Dungeon Dragon Scales, or Dungeons and Dragons. It's an old throwback. Dragon Scale 3001, it's pretty insane. Again, if you have a partner that's farming hard like Kitsune, then you're way ahead of the game. So, but now let's go to the Super Time Travel, right? So if I'm down here at the 25th, I've got 1550 boost in EXP percent, an extra 775% dual EXP. So when I win a duel, I actually would get like 6 or 7 levels. Now it's super awesome. But here we go. The reason you collect the points, remember when I was showing you on the front page here, when you do this travel and there's these amount of points here, it corresponds to what you start with in the next level, right? So if I only have 50 points, I can buy life. You don't need that. You level so fast. You don't need AT or defense. You don't need to start in area 2 or 3. It's not that big of a help. You're going to come down to these bottom ones here, and most people are going to do these 10 ultra logs. Why? Because an ultra log breaks down into 80,000 logs. Like it costs you 250 to make, but when you break them down backwards, you get 80,000. So you would automatically start with 800,000 logs, which you're going to convert to fish. And then in A3, when you beat A3 and you go from fish to apples, you start getting your conversions off of those, right? So your 10 ultra logs are going to turn out to be a lot more in the end. Plus your current level of farming when you get up into making edgies and everything. So you can start with a godly box too. If you have 6,500, you can start with an omega box, but a godly box is only going to give you like maybe four to six ultras, somewhere in that range. So if you just go ahead and take the 2250 and start with the ultra longs, you're way ahead of the pack, right? Although with the Godly box coming off of the next one, you can actually get a time travel in your Godly box, so you could actually then go from 25 time travel to 26, use the time travel from the box and go to 27. So you see how that kind of stacks and works, right? Like this super time travel is awesome. The key to remember here is do not sell everything that you have. Keep your sword and armor, because that gives you, I think it's 355 points. I can show you on the other screen, but I wanted to make note about the ruby trade here. You want to trade to rubies to give you the higher score. So basically, and I can't do this because I don't want to ruin my farming, right? But if I traded everything I had to rubies, my score would go up. Meaning, like if I traded these in, I would get another 10 points because these wooden logs would be. Well, I can actually do that, right? So I can do RPG trade F all. It's gonna do. What's the trade on there? Yeah. Well, anyway, you get what I mean on the trade. So we need to go ahead and burn some of our commands, though, because we're wasting a little bit of time here. So let's go ahead and get these run through, and then I want to show you one other thing before we cut the video. Actually, a couple of other things you're really going to enjoy watching these guys. So, all right, so 31 super longs, what? All right, so I got a pretty good inventory. I need to farm 12 ultra longs when you do the forging at the high level. You know, you're going to go through and forge to make the next one. So Dungeon 11 will require an edgy sword. Dungeon 12, the ultra edgy armor. Dungeon 13, you'll need the Omega sword. Dungeon 14, you'll need the Omega armor. Dungeon 15, you will need both of these ultra Omegas, right? So you see, this one's not hard. It takes 1 potion and 400 scales. The 400 scales do take a while, but you can farm them up in about a day and a half, a day if you're really on it. The 50 Omegas, though, this is why you want to do your trades early, because that's a lot. Even just getting the 2 Omegas in the beginning is difficult enough. So you can see why it's important to farm, even though I hate it. So let's go stir up some trouble in the other channel. I like to help the guys out on the server, so I've got a couple of things for them on here. Let's see who's on real quick, and then say RPG Arena. I like to test and see how many players we have on to see who's going to join. And if not, I can ping this. We've got a role that you can join to ping for events, and so you'll see people will jump on and start jumping into the join here. And then I'm going to run the mini boss right afterwards. All right, so then we'll hit the mini boss for the team. Chance to win 40-90. I failed 4 of these in a row the other day. It was absolutely insane, right? And then we're going to run a trumpet right after this to get some more coins for the guys on the server. At super high levels, when you run a coin trumpet, it's pretty legit, man. So let's get ready for the dungeon to end here. Or did it already end? Did I not see it? Oh, not been defeated. That's what happens when you don't get enough people. We'll run the coin trumpet and run the notification again for a catch, and you'll see everybody jump on. But this one should give anywhere between 13.8 to 55 or 554k. And you can see everybody's going to light up the catches here. And we'll see what we end up with. We can get probably, I don't know, 300k coins out to the guys on the server, guys and girls. We'll give it a second to complete. Oh, there's another traffic signal completed. Not bad. It's a bummer they changed it. It's only worth 238 coins for everybody else. Did the catch already go by? I know I didn't miss it, did I? Maybe I did. Oh, there we go. 318k on the coins for the server. So GG to those guys. Let's see if we have any other cooldowns we need to use. Hunt and duel. Nope, so we're good. So let me head back. So the goal for me today is going to be to continue to farm out. What I need to do is farm these ultra logs. I had 14 at the beginning of the week, so I think I should be able to get them between this weekend or whatever. Keep running my chainsaw. 62 epics. And then what I'll do is I'll start converting those logs up and hopefully hit my super time travel. I think Asian David has done his first super time travel already. So it'll be interesting to see. The other thing too is that we've not been able to get an update on the ranking boards. So I've been ranked 140 for like 3 weeks. I'm hoping, I keep waiting for on the Epic server here for an update, but I don't see it. They've just been doing bot updates on here. So I know Lume is coding like a really big update for us. There we go. I was like, wow, it's not going. Did I win a horse race today? I entered one earlier. We'll see. But just about everybody has a level 90, and mine is not level 90. So, nope. All right, so then let's go over pets real quick. I do have some pets to send out. Let's see what we got here. Pet Adventure G Learn. RPG Pet Adventure I Learn, and then I've got a bunch on the first page. Pet Adventure A Learn, RPG Pet Adventure B Learn, RPG Pet Adventure C Learn. So all those epics basically give you an extra pet that you can send out. So what you're looking for is when you start getting RPG Pet Adventure F Learn. And so what you'll want to do is combine them to get the epics early so you can run like 5 or 6 pets at once and then start combining them. So like my next combination, I think it's going to be C and D. I'm waiting to get all SS pluses here and SS plus on the other one. This is a tier 3 to tier 3, should move to tier 4 and keep all these skills if they're max raised, unlike the last time I did a pets video and lost everything. So RPG Pet Adventure D Learn is my time traveler. Will it come back? It did not. So 4 hours from now, I'll log back in, set all like 6 or 7 pets back out again, and keep moving. So anyway, if you have questions about Epic RPG, just hit me up in the comments. There's a ton of smart guys and girls that run through the comments and will help me answer questions. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Have a great day. See ya.